Hello, I'm on the road again. I'm just going to pull out here. Now with a bit of luck, one of the things that's not normally luck from a filming viewpoint is I'm riding the same bit of road that I rode yesterday, except in the opposite direction. I'm just kind of doubling back a wee bit. And it's such a nice area, I thought it was definitely worth filming. This is in the French Pyrenees, and just wait till I get myself sorted out here. Right. No, I thought it's a particularly nice bit of road, and a wee video. It's a wee bit overcast today. It's warmish, but the sun's just starting to try and come through there. But it was quite cool earlier this morning. It's just after 11 o'clock. So it's starting to get kind of warm up a wee bit. Yes, last night was really good. I stayed in a really nice hotel, one of the best hotels of the trip so far. Lovely rooms, had 3 beds in it. I don't know why. They knew there was only one person coming, and it had a proper balcony and it had really good air conditioning. When I went in, the place was really hot. Switched it on, pulled the temperature right down, but because it's really hot outside and I had a balcony, I could get some of my washing done. It's one of the things about this trip, you become an expert on hotel room laundry, how to wash your clothes using shampoo in the wash hand basin, wring it out as much as you can, then get it out onto the balcony to dry overnight. It wasn't that warm, so it wasn't fully dry, but I'll give it another wee one. Oh, there's a wee Jesus Mary thing there. Obviously someone plunged to their doom, is one of my friend's favourite phrases is, off the side of this cliff. But you can see, I hope you can see clearly, that really nice, lovely mountains here, and this beautiful winding road. It just goes on forever. With a bit of luck, I've mentioned before, or it was yesterday's thing, yesterday's post on my blog that I accidentally posted this morning. Oh, there's a deer. There's a tiny wee deer in just at the side of the road there, in the trees. Gosh. I should have a helmet camera, but I would just look straight at things like that. Anyway, as I said, there's the Petit Tranjong, the little yellow train that goes up this valley, the Pet Valley, and it's absolutely an amazing piece of engineering. They've done a built, I don't know, 150 years ago or something. It's electric now, it might have been steam then, but I haven't said that possibly was the start of electric trains. So we might see some of that on the way, but you can see it down the valley sometimes, this incredibly engineered wee railway. And where I stopped yesterday and took a photograph of the bike was just at a viewpoint up one of these hills. Which is a monument, as far as I could make out, to a big plaque of the chief engineer, but it's a list of engineers who had helped engineer the railway. And in fact, even engineering the road on this, some parts of this is, I think most of these roads were built during the Napoleon period because he always wanted to be able to move his army about in case of attack. Oh, I don't know if you can see across the valley there, there's a wee railway bridge, and there's a big arch bridge ahead. We'll be coming up to that. That's the little narrow gauge railway runs on that. No, but I think back in the time of Napoleon, because there was always fear of attack, because there was always at war, mostly with Britain and Prussia, he wanted to be able to move his army quickly about the country, so he had the network of roads, particularly these mountain roads. And apparently the formula they worked out for the maximum gradient was what a packed donkey could comfortably walk up, because I think that's what they use for moving most of their stuff about, just on the back of some poor wee donkey. so they worked out the sort of maximum incline they could cope and designed all the roads around it. That's why you're not getting the really savage hills that you get in Spain. Spain, some of the hills, I could use pulling over quite right too. Really, this expansion and the popularity of camper vans, it's just using them in roads they're really not up to going. But I hope you can see that beautiful bridge there. Lots of roadworks going on. One thing I would say, I mean, again, like Spain, the roads are beautifully maintained here and they're always working on them. You also notice there's snow poles here, so they must get quite a bit of snow in the winter, because when I was coming this the other way, I saw, as soon as I actually crossed into France from Spain, I saw adverts for ski resorts. So obviously there's a lot of skiing around this area in winter. Nope, he was desperate to overtake me, he was right up behind me. I find I would be fascinated about it. It's the luggage. You really feel the weight of the luggage pulling in the corners like this. And certainly if I did a trip like this again, I would basically take half the amount of stuff I brought with me. I brought far too much stuff, far too much weight. I've basically almost filled my luggage because I had it. There's a lot of stuff that, do I really need that? I mean, I've got a full-size laptop with me, so I can download the pictures and videos and post them online. I really don't need that. I mean, to be honest, a lot of things that I do, particularly a couple of problems I had with my camera, what I could really do with is just basically a good phone. And this seems to be the thing to have when travelling, a good telephone that can, a good camera on it, can access the internet. Make sure you've got a contract that doesn't run out after 2 weeks like I had, because my phone now only works if I'm online at a hotel. There's some the roadworks. See, I don't see that roadwork sign. They always tape a document onto the roadworks. So I come up to a contraflow here. Yeah, this was through this village. So the next thing I think I'll be getting is a good phone, because a phone you can go on the internet, all your bookings, because you all like using WhatsApp both in France and Spain for replying to you, which I can't get again unless I'm actually on a Wi-Fi network. But you can use it as a camera. You've got that. You could use it as a video camera. You could just put a bracket on to mount it and just do everything off your phone. You could use it as a sat nav if you get a good enough one. So maybe that. Also, I had a wee breakage yesterday. My high quality £12 each imitation leather pouches, I don't know, just pointing it down. They became awful soft when the weather got hot, and I thought they were getting too flexible and moving about, so I tried to tighten one of the straps. You know that I'll pull it to the next hole, but well, it snapped before I got there, and it was actually the buckle broke. That's how high quality they are. So a cable tie, or a zip tie as our American friends would say, is holding that, and I put one on the other side as well just to hold it at a better angle. To be honest, I think I'll just chuck those straps away, and next time we use them just use the cable ties. They're more adjustable, they're stronger, you know what they're going to do, you can just cut them off afterwards. Right, here we go. That's a thing they do here in both France and Spain. The temporary traffic lights don't go to green, they go to flashing amber, which basically means like give way and take care and watch out for what's happening rather than just go for it. It's like living up in a village like this. You know, you're not that far away, you're an hour or two away from a big town, but there's also a bus service. I think it's actually not far down the line, down at the hill, there's actually a main railway line. So you can take the little train or the bus down to the town, and then you've got a railway. So you're not completely cut off up here. But sometimes you see these places and you just wonder, what do people here do for a job? As you can see, this is climbing more. I hope this is all coming out fairly clearly on the video. It's a great road, great to ride. Just trying to give us a bit of space during this traffic here, so we're getting clear views as I'm coming round bends. You don't want to just be a video of the back of a van. It was a bit sunnier yesterday, and it was quite nice in the evening. I went down for a walk. The hotel I was staying in was literally a 2-minute walk from the beach, and I could see the sea from my balcony, and that was a nice wee walk. It wasn't that warm and there wasn't that many people about on the beach, but people just sort of promenading about, you know, and there's plenty of places to get food and things like that. Definitely in these, both in France and Spain, it's obviously a big thing is going out for a walk in the evening and going out eating out, because every village, no matter how small, has got a restaurant, and these seaside towns, they're just restaurant, you know, so most people must eat their main meal out. And they also, certainly Spain, they're having their evening meal at 10 o'clock at night, which seems like bedtime for us. And yeah, that's it. Because of the main road, you're getting trucks coming up here. But certainly I noticed when I crossed into France, the French side of the Pyrenees is much nicer. They got the main part of the mountains, as if when they, I don't know if when they drew the boundary, no, the border, rather than do it like, you know, peaks to peak. It was almost like the French can have most of the mountains and the Spanish can have the bit beyond the mountains, because all these good mountain parts and mountain roads and everything seem to be on the French side. I love these big swooping curves they do here. I think this is the bit, if you saw my blog yesterday, this is us on the bit I photographed from a bit further on, where you can see the road ahead. Now there is a wee level crossing here. This is this narrow gauge railway. I don't know about you, maybe I'm just paranoid. Every time I go for a level crossing, I always think a train's coming and the barriers haven't worked, but really get squashed. Also, there's been a thing I've seen online, because I'm following a few things, and some people have expressed the opinion that a Trampolineville is not a suitable touring bike. Well, whatever this is, day 20, this is day 26. I've actually lost track without looking at the blog. I've lost track of what day we're on, but this is over 3.5 weeks I've been on the road, and it's absolutely perfect for it. No problems at all. I had that wee electrical problem, but I think that happened, the stuff was disturbed during the service, and You know, and the other things that I have had with the sat nav and the wee bag, they're aftermarket bits. But the bike itself, it's certainly been comfortable enough. It's got one of these airflow, I think. God, without looking at the label, I can't really tell you. I'll correct this in the video if I got it wrong. Airflow seat covers, which is like a sort of 3D mesh, about a centimetre thick, so it makes the saddle slightly higher and it makes it more comfortable, but it also allows air to flow through it, so it's cooler. Because I remember in trips abroad before, I'd sometimes find, you know, sat you're squirming about because you're getting too hot. That has helped the comfort. The fuel consumption's been remarkably good. I don't calculate it. I will do at the end of the trip, just say this is roughly what I got. And also today I nearly ran out of petrol first thing this morning. I arrived at a hotel with an empty tank, which is something I should never do, because you never know, particularly with a Monday, what's a national holiday here. It was years and years I got caught out with that I think it was Ascension Day or something, and then another one which was Liberation Day. You know, everything's shut, so as long as you can't get petrol. Now I think, yeah, I'm coming up to where I photographed the bike before, and this is where the monument is to the railway builders, because you can look down, you can just see ahead where the people have stopped. There's that wee monument. You can look down the valley and there's a beautiful, God, all these cyclists have come up here, they're tough guys. There's a beautiful wee suspension bridge which we won't be able to see from here, I doubt we can see from here, but apparently it's the only cable suspension bridge carrying a railway or a narrow gauge railway in France. I had a look at the website for the railway last night, and it is a little yellow train. It would be one of these things. I think it would be quite good to come here and take a run up the line and back. I'm not sure how far it goes or how expensive it is, but if you've got a good day, you're getting a fantastic view of the mountains. Now back at the Bonneville, it runs well, it's comfortable enough, it's powerful enough that it never feels strained. It's been carrying far too much luggage, and really, other than the luggage, I've got lots of wee things that improve suspension, improve front brake, but really all you need to turn one of these is a windscreen, you know, and some luggage. It could be soft, it could be hard, whatever, and stick it on. And one comment on this group I was on, someone said it's okay but you can't use it on like main roads. Well, there was a bit during the boring bit up in the north of Spain where the countryside is really quite tedious. I went on what they call it, autovia, which is like the motorway, but I think they've also got autopista, but I think that's the one you have to pay a toll on. But the autovia I went on just to get through a boring bit. Big, like a British motorway basically, but mostly only 2 lane. I think there was a couple of bits of 3 lane. But the speed limit is 120 kilometres per hour, which is roughly 75 miles per hour. And Bonneville would run perfectly happy at that, just to see. I just took it up to that speed to see what it was like. But no, it's been an absolutely fine touring bike. Try to keep this cable out of the way. Right, sorry, I'll take it again. Hello, I'm in a wee village in the French Alps. No, not French. Sorry, we'll start that again. Hello, I'm in a wee village in the French Pyrenees, and just I could see ahead the road, and I just thought it was going to be interesting. Now the first thing you see, access to the station's open, so I'm actually, that's really when it's snowed in winter, it's closed. So anyway, I don't know if you can see ahead, that is the road going all the way up the hill there, so that's why I thought that this would be interesting to film. It's been last bit has been a very, very good ride. Beautiful hills, you know, lovely roads. I mean, look at this ahead, these mountains. It's amazing to think how hot it's been. There's still flecks of snow in the mountains. They must never thaw completely. Now, if you can see up on the left, that is the side of the road we're going to be going on. I'm also quite pleased that when I stopped to get the camera ready, there was some traffic, it was a bit slow, and I was stuck behind them for miles and miles, there was nowhere to overtake, and I let them get on a bit while I get the camera ready, so hopefully I don't run into them halfway up this hill. But look at these mountains, they're just not magnificent. Beautiful view down the valley. I don't know if you can see there. It's got, you know, obviously steel barriers to stop crashing off the road, but steel barriers are in front of like just blocks that were obviously the previous kind of guard against crashing down. It'd be alright if maybe if you're in a car or a lorry, but a motorbike would happily go between them and you'd plunge to your doom, as one of my friends would say. That's good, the sun's even come out. And it's actually got a bit warmer than earlier, it's probably about 22 or something like that degrees, so maybe about 18 this morning when I, well 17, 18, something like that. It wasn't particularly warm for here at this time of year. Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely big, I can see snow poles, so obviously got a lot of snow here in the winter. And I can see the road ahead. There it goes up the mountain there. One of the things with this holiday, I've noticed that when I ride the bike, and particularly when I go abroad, I never feel hungry. I don't know if it's the heat or just being on the bike occupies you, because you can get into these bad habits of eating in the car when you're driving. But on the bike, I've had no breakfast. I had a kind of mouthful, a couple of mouthfuls of orange juice this morning that were left in the bottom of a carton I had, and that's all I've had since, well, that would be about 7 o'clock this morning, 7:30 this morning, and it's 12:30 now, and I'm not hungry at all. And I'm finding I'm really only eating one meal a day. Just careful chaps. One meal a day, and I usually get something about 6